to Boulder Road, this is a road that follows the Boulder River. I think it's called Boulder Road because it's like driving over boulders. It is probably the worst road I've ever seen, and we decided to take our 30-foot RV on it. Might not have been the smartest thing to do. So we spent a week hiking before we headed back to Minnesota. We enjoyed all of our hiking. We loaded my sister back up in the RV. We had 2 adults, 5 teenagers, and 2 dogs. And we went back down Boulder Road. Now this road, when you reach this road, you think you reach the end of the road, and then you go another 20 miles. So we're going back this road, getting every single bump, rock, and hole that you could ever imagine. And we finally, after 2 hours of driving these 20 miles, we make it to the little town of Big Timber, Montana. We decided to stop at a little diner in town, going to switch slides, called the Crossing Freeze. We had lunch, we were there for about 20 minutes, and this lady walked in, and she said, "That RV in the parking lot just blew a tire." And we thought to ourselves, "Oh, we are the only RV in the parking lot." Great. So we all rushed out there to make sure the dogs were okay and the RV didn't fall over or something. And after lunch, we were able to get a new tire onto the RV. 5 teenagers lifting it up and putting it in place. And then we continued down the road. We drove for about another hour, and all of a sudden we're feeling this boom, and the RV stops. Slide. Our drive shack decided to take a nap on the freeway. And not only that, we were sitting there for a long time trying to get a signal on our cell phones to call friends that might be able to come pick us up. And there were 7 of us and 2 dogs and a 30-foot RV in the middle of nowhere, Montana. And so we were able to get a hold of some friends to come pick the teenagers and dogs up while my parents waited for the tow truck. Our options were to either go back to Big Timber or to go 2 hours to Billings. We decided to go 2 hours since it was on our way, and it was the best place to get a tow truck. So our friends picked us up. My parents sat with the tow truck driver. He's looking under it. He said, "Oh, you guys are in big trouble." My mom looked around and said, "Oh!" Slide. This is our transmission. So one thing was happening after another. It seemed like it was the worst vacation ever. How could we blow a tire, drop a drive shaft, crack open our transmission with a giant hole, and be stuck in the middle of nowhere? But you know what? We were able to make some fun out of it. We laughed every time something wrong happened. Because what else can you do? We were able to stay with our friends for a couple hours in Billings while we had the RV brought to what happened to be the leading transmission provider in the West. How lucky were we? In addition to that, the teenagers all got to spend a day at the mall, driven by a very interesting taxi driver who claims he is related to 12 presidents. That was a fun ride. But we made it fun. And after 48 hours, slide, we were back on the road, headed back to Minnesota. We were blessed beyond belief. We had all these crazy things going on, but at the same time, we had all these wonderful things going on. Everybody faces Boulder Road sometime in their life. Everybody has something that someday that always seems to be like everything is going absolutely wrong, and there's never going to turn around. But usually it does. When I was in 8th grade, I hit a Boulder Road. My symptoms of multiple sclerosis started when I was in the first couple weeks of my 8th grade year. And by my 9th grade year, I was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis. Turn the slide. It hasn't been easy. My high school career has been filled with struggling between symptoms, keeping up with schoolwork, and trying to maintain my friendships. But at the same time, it has brought so many blessings to my life. I had opportunities to meet so so many amazing people, share my story, and continue to fight. Another boulder I hit because of my MS. I used to knit all the time. I used to make sweaters beyond belief. I made my first sweater in 7th grade. And I actually made this one, but change the slides. I made this one when I was in 6th grade for our exchange student. 7th grade for our exchange student. I gave it to her on the last day she was in America. And that was actually one of the last things I could knit comfortably. But because I had to stop knitting, I still wanted another hobby. I still wanted to continue making things with my hands. So a friend of mine taught me how to make sock monkeys. And since then, I have made over 200 sock monkeys. And I'd like to present to you the 2014-2015 officer team. No matter what boulder you may face in your life, continue to look